Hello, goaltending students. My name is Guillaume Duclair. Welcome to Goalie Smarts.
Hey, get away from our Bentley!
The word entrepreneur is thrown around a lot these days. Most people imagine a shiesty millennial who wears his own clothing line and calls himself brave because he had the courage to fail out of college. He has a gaming channel, a clothing line, and of course a photography business that consists of naturey Instagram photos and 25 followers. Basically any internet business fad loaded with competition that won't die out in the next 45 minutes. But today, we are going to explore the abundant opportunities the internet has to offer us. For example, phone applications that let you sell your used gear. Now, I had never listed any of my old goalie equipment for sale, just because I figured that no other human wanted to own it. But the internet is full of surprises and weirdos. If bodybuilders can sell their underwear for a hefty profit, imagine the kind of money I could get for my sweat. The market for used goalie gear is surprisingly big, mainly because goalie gear is so expensive. There's one company capitalizing on this, and that company is Sideline Swap. Sideline Swap is the best company ever. Why? Because they paid me to say that. Sideline Swap is an app that makes it easy to list and sell your used gear. It is free for both iOS and Android. They have a website with all their current inventory, and the entire process is simple for both the buyers and the sellers. Today I'm going to go through my garage and pick out any piece of equipment I think I could make money on. That's right, I'm getting paid to sell things and make money. Who's the entrepreneur now, Dad? In this episode of Goalie Smarts, I plan to use internet hype to start online bidding wars to sell my gear for 10 times what it's worth. This isn't how most normal people will use the app, but I'm not a normal people. I'm Guillaume Duclair, and today I'm going to show you how you can finally get paid to be a goalie. You better call your local Ferrari dealer and start customizing your 488. This is Goalie Smarts episode 62, how to sell your used gear. Step 1, take some good pics. This is the front page of your product, so you better make sure you take some spectacular pictures. You could just use your phone and take some minor league pictures, but you're a businessman. I think you can do better than that. I would recommend buying a DSLR camera and learning how to use a green screen. You also might want to dabble in graphic design to create some attention-grabbing background that is just the right amount of polish on that turd. Step 2, write a hard sell in the caption. A product is worth precisely how much over-engineered marketing fluff is spun around it, right? Unfortunately, your budget can't afford to pay some squid who went to UConn and studied marketing to write a flowery paragraph about your used Vons. So that means, unfortunately, you're gonna have to do the selling yourself. Marketing is about values, and this is your chance to preach to the consumer exactly what you want them to know about your used Simmons glove. I will now go through my gear and share the captions that I'm going to use to lure in potential buyers to show the way. Bleached denim Reebok 7K goalie pants, a staple of the hockey scene since the late 2010s. Several working straps for a tight and secure fit, tears in the leg channels for maximum mobility, and a genuine sun-bleached treatment for that upscale hipster look. Abercrombie charges you hundreds of dollars for that style. You can upgrade your on-ice fashion game for just $39.99. Reebok 9K pads, full set. I could have sold each of these gems individually and made 10 times more profit, but I'm selling these as a set at a discounted price because I'm such a nice guy. The Reebok Premier Series 3 was one of the most iconic pads of 2009. And the original Premier Series 1 was the very first butterfly style pad. That means you can own a piece of history for the low, low price of $199.99. Simmons glove. This is a hard one to let go. When I think of all the saves I made on this hunk of leather, I tear up a little. Simmons is a great brand, engineered by a Canadian textile expert who spends his Saturday nights drinking whiskey in his workshop, stitching his next work of art by hand, lightly used. Reebok 4K goalie skates. Rust is merely the natural oxidation process of metal, so it's not that big of a deal. These are the goalie skates right before Reebok came out with the pumps. I have the pumps now, and to be honest, they're gimmicky and overrated. So trust me, you're not missing out on much. There might be a small tear in the boot, but sewing isn't that hard to learn. 20 bucks. CCM Tax goalie skates. What more could be said about these skates? CCM Tax is an iconic brand name that has graced the side of NHL players for the last 50 years. These skates are in acceptable condition for an acceptable person. These skates were purchased from a Play It Again Sports in Braintree when I was in 5th grade. Now I'm passing on the fun to some lucky fan out there. Lysol is an additional $5. Laces are sold separately. Doug's goalie equipment. Doug used to carpool with me to Wednesday morning hockey, and about 2 weeks ago, he stopped coming and left his gear in my car. I am up to my nipples in lawyer fees, so I am selling his entire set for cheap. Hit me up. Step 3. Box that shit up and send it on its way. Now that you've successfully marketed and sold your product, it is time to distribute your product throughout the world and help give the gift of hockey to your customer base. Sideline Swap makes it easy to sell your gear. You can print a shipping label directly from the website, and UPS or FedEx will come and send your stuff on its merry way. Guys, while I was filming this video, I sold a product already. Charlie in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You are going to be very happy with Doug's gear. Congratulations, Charlie. Hey, Doug, how you doing? Oh, that was your gear. Oh, it's on its way to Louisiana right now. For money. Remember that time I got arrested for harvesting lumber in a city-owned park? Okay, well, it happened, and lawyers ain't cheap, dude, let me tell you. So, gotta do what I gotta do. But hey, listen, I gotta go trim my toenails, so I'll talk to you later, all right? Have a nice life. Bye. Thank you for watching the 60-second episode of Goalie Smarts with Guillaume Duclair. Thank you to Sideline Swap for sponsoring this video, and thank you to Highline Auto Sales for letting us use their Bentley. This episode was suggested by Goalie J34. If you have an idea for the next episode, comment it below. Otherwise, I'm Guillaume Duclair, and I'm out. Bitches.